Can't find the pen, so I'm gonna use this pencil. Alright, y'all. Check this out. I'm finna put y'all up on some smart shit. Okay. Say you have a line that is 10 feet. And you want to create something with this line with the most space on the inside, the most area. Like say you was growing some substances and you wanted to be able to grow the most amount of substances with this 10-foot guard. Question is, do you make A, a square, or B, a circle? Which one gives you more area, more space on the inside? Okay, I'm going to give you a few seconds to try to guess that. And let's do the math to figure this thing out. Now, with the square, we know we're dealing with 10. So we're going to take this 10 and divide it by 4 to get each side, because the area to a square equals one side squared, or one side times itself, or another side. That's the equation for the area of the square. This A square symbol represents this shaded area inside the square. Okay, so when we find the equation for the area, we want to find out how to plug in this variable. What is S? S equals 10, which is this total length, divided by each wall, which is 4. We're going to end up with 2.5. Okay? So since S equals 2.5, what is 2.5 squared? Or what is 2.5 times 2.5? No calculator. We're going to figure this out real quick. $62.5 would be the area on the inside. So roughly 63. Now let's do the same with the circle. Finding the area for the circle is going to be a little tricky, because circles area is the radius times pi squared, or radius squared times pi. Yeah, radius squared times pi. So in order to find the area for this circle, we need to find the radius. But how do we find the radius if we're giving this information right here? We know the total thing is 10 feet, but is this the radius? No, this is not the radius. That is the perimeter, which is C, not R, their circumference. So since the circumference of the circle is 10, and we know this, we can use this, because the circumference to a circle equals the diameter times pi. Okay, so if 10 equals the diameter times pi, then that must mean that the diameter equals 10 divided by pi. Oh, that's awesome. Well, what does the diameter have to do with the radius, you may ask? Well, the diameter equals 2 radiuses. So then that must mean that R equals diameter divided by 2. Alright, well then what does that have to do with the problem? We know that D equals 10 divided by pi. We can solve that even more. R equals 10 over pi over 2, which basically means R equals 10 over 2 pi, which also basically means R equals 5 pi. Wow. Okay, so we need to use this R, which is 5 pi, and plug it into our original equation to find the area. Okay, so A equals, what is R? R equals 5 pi. A equals 5 pi squared times pi. A equals 5 pi cubed. Okay, now here is where we figure out which one is bigger. What is 5 pi cubed? 5 pi cubed is basically 5 times pi times pi times pi. Pi equals 3.14. or should I say approximately 3.14. 3.14 times 3.14 is approximately 9, times another 3.14 is approximately 28. So what is 28 times 5? Over 100. So clearly we see that a circle gives you more area than a square. Anybody have any suggestions to why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the area represents the maximum amount of quantity possible between two numbers relationships. Since the numbers are squared, they are the same. Their relationship can't be any greater. If this was a 1 and this was a 5, they would both add up to 6, but their multiplication would be less. 3 times 3 is 9, 1 plus 5 is 6, but they both equal 3. So when you have a rectangle with 10, 2, 2, that's 4, 3, 3. See, this is 10, just like right here, but 2 times 3 is 6. This area is only 6, not 6.2. Oh, I'm sorry, this is 10, not 100, because it serves as a decimal there, whatever. Anywho, yeah, so there you go. Circles are cool. Curves maximizes the efficiency. Cool.